10 p.m. You know we're tuning on, and it's time now for the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Monday night, July 6, 2020. It's 10 o'clock in Norton, Massachusetts, and the Norton temperature is 66 degrees. Top stories on the Peter Channel 10 o'clock news on this late Monday night is Trump administration releases list of companies that receive most money from small business bailout loans. Silent violent crime in Atlanta. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp declares state of emergency and calls off National Guard. Dr. David Fauci says the average age of U.S. coronavirus patient has dropped by 15 years as the Sun Belt states get hit the hardest. Amy Cooper says charges after calling police on Blackbird watcher. Supreme Court rules state papers letter laws constitutional. Trump approval at 38% in latest Gallup poll, which shows historic partisan divide. How a COVID-19 vaccine could cost Americans dearly. MBTA announces new bus lanes in the downtown Boston. White House refuses reportedly to take a stance on the Confederate flag. Ghislaine Maxwell in New York City jail for alleged recruiting the victims. Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lane Bottom says she's tested positive for coronavirus. Remains found in Texas confirmed to be the slain soldier Bennett again. China warns UK over Hong Kong interference. Canadian Prime Minister to skip U.S.-Mexico meeting at Washington, D.C. Australia closes the interstate border because of coronavirus outbreak. Italy clears rescue ship to bring 180 migrants to Sicily. Talks to 10 sanitizers that have been wanted and killed adults and children, FDA warns. Louvre Museum reopens with limited visitors, new health rules. It'll be construction shows St. Thomas Becket Shrine and Stand in the Tail. Iran's IRGC tops underground missile sites along Gulf Coast. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau will not travel to Washington, D.C. to celebrate the ratification of a new trade agreement between Canada, the United States, and Mexico, the Prime Minister's office said Monday. A second round of stimulus checks to residents could be part of the Congress's fourth rescue package to boost the economy during the coronavirus pandemic, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky, said on Monday. NASDAQ hits new record as tech stocks push market higher. New York begins third stage of reopening plan. U.S. reports 49,000 more cases. ICE said Monday that foreign students who attend universities at some visas would be required to transfer to schools that face deportation as their school moves exclusively in online classes. Norton detective Todd Brenwell retires after more than 3 decades on the force. Gas prices continue to rise in the Annabelle area and beyond as gasoline prices have seen their largest increase in a month for Massachusetts as driving demand for gas picked up. Trump of U.S. mass stubborn announced plans Monday Friday false measure that incorporates updated policies and safety recommendations during the COVID-19 outbreak. Whilst the man held without bail on gang-related stuff showed positive shooting in Braintree, as police said this was a gang-related dangerous incident scheduled for Friday. Peter Joe News Time is 10:03. Atomic Swiss Army knife for assassinate materials for quantum computers. Bizarre pigs doing analysis about actually battle for Earth. LA County marks a new chapter COVID-19 response as cases and hospitalizations surge. And now, looking at sports at 10:03. Boston Red Sox will open up the regular season on July 24th against the Baltimore Orioles at Fenway Park. And now, looking at the traffic and transit check at 10:03. On the MBTA Pittsburgh line, train 429, 8:45 p.m. from North Station operating information. Operating late today. And the ferries are looking good. Mass packing on the westbound side, a little bit slow after 84 in Sturbridge. 95 at the northbound side, a little slow at the Albert stretch. Bird Parkway, slow the bridge towards stretch to 95 at the southbound, slow on at Denver stretch. And 89 slow around 202 in Warner, New Hampshire. And 89 southbound side, a little bit slow around Burlington, Vermont. Route 1 in the southbound side, a little slow, Brunswick, Maine. And now, looking at the weather situation at 10:04. Spotty rain showers southeast of Long Island and some spotty bends the rain showers from southwest Maine down to New Hampshire and the summer run and northwest Massachusetts. Okay, look at the forecast for that case. Three skies with a low end 60 degrees, common for Tuesday, mostly clouds with 77 degrees, common for Tuesday night. Check the showers, thunderstorms are possible at 1 a.m., punch fog after 3 a.m. Otherwise, mostly clouds have a low at 65 degrees, lights up wind, chest with his 40% due wind miles less than 10 minutes, possible possible thunderstorms for Wednesday. Like check the showers and thunderstorms, then check the showers up to 1 p.m. punch fog before 9 a.m. Mostly clouds with 83 degrees, south about 3 to 8 miles an hour. What's good side, 21 miles an hour, shows 30% new wind miles less than 10 minutes, possible thunderstorms for Wednesday night. Like check the showers before 9 p.m. Mostly clouds about 69 degrees, southwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour, shows 20% for Thursday. Check the shower main between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Partly south at 87 degrees, southwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour, shows 30% Thursday night. Partly clouds at 68 degrees, south about 5 miles coming in the evening for Friday. Check the showers after 10 a.m. Partly south at 83 low, 69 degrees, southwest eastern about 3 to 6 miles an hour, shows 45% Saturday. Check the showers partly south about 83 low, 69 degrees, south about 3 to 6 miles an hour, shows 45% for Sunday. Check the showers partly south at 86 and low, 68 degrees, coming southward and 6 miles in the afternoon, shows 30%. And for Monday, check the showers mostly south about 85 degrees, coming in the southwest band, 6 miles in the afternoon, shows 30%. Right now, north minutes, few clouds at 63 degrees. That's going to be for the Peter Jones and the Clock News on this late Monday night, July 6th, 2020. Peters will be up. Good night with a good bad day. See you tomorrow morning at the Morning Report. We'll be up. Good night.